Hello, everyone. This is Henry Schneider with the Business Performance Podcast, and today I have the pleasure of talking with Mariya Finkelshteyn, who's a results-driven marketing leader who's known for innovation with a unique mix of strategic, creative, operational, and technical abilities at Sapling. So, Mariya, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Henry.
So, to begin with, if you could just give us a brief description of Sapling, who your customers are, and what kind of products and services the company provides.
Yeah, absolutely. So Sapling is a world-class people operations platform that is here to service all of the SMB and mid-market companies all over the world. One of our core differentiators that most customers know us as is a phenomenal, user-friendly onboarding platform where we have customers like Cruise, Zapier's, and other using us for an extended amount of time. Over time, we're building out our AI-focused capabilities because we truly believe that the future of work and the future of people is to become more strategic-driven function within any organization. And so that's kind of a bit about Sapling and our journey.
Okay. So you've only been there a couple of months. So what have you done or accomplished so far since you walked through the door?
Absolutely. So one of the things that I always advise both my clients and as well as the companies that I've worked for is in order to have robust marketing initiatives, you must have a phenomenal, solid, disciplined marketing infrastructure. I think today with being able to deliver personalized messages to segmented audiences more and more so in the industry, it requires a really strong foundational base. And for me, that's your marketing tech stack. And so since I've joined Sapling, I have upgraded our entire marketing tech stack and deprecated old systems to build world-class infrastructure for execution, analytics, and then predictive insights in terms of our prospects and customers, their journey through our entire lifecycle funnel to be able to support them and add value to them through the process.
Cool. So are you using AI for that as well, or is it just on the platform itself?
I think it's just on the platform side, but the platform, some of them come with AI capabilities as well, and it allows us to get more predictive in terms of the dynamic buyer's journey today and our prospects through the funnel.
Okay. Well, great. Okay, so what's the importance of quality to you and your team and to Sapling?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. I think quality is definitely key, not only in everything that we do to serve our customers and also internally. It's definitely a word that I hear quite often on the team. We have a few core foundational values that we believe in that serve us well in our organization. And one of them is being able to uplift your team. And the other one is seek perpetual growth. And for me, in order for us to embody those qualities, quality is the key component of that to begin with. And so for us, everything that we do and everything that we touch end to end starts with quality. All of our experiences from being able to connect with prospects on the front end to be able to manage dynamic, complex, global implementations for our customers and the life cycle of their continuous solutioning with us starts with quality end to end. And that's the foundation of what we deliver.
Cool. So when you talk to your customer base, what's one or two of the biggest myths or misconceptions out there when it comes to quality and business performance?
Yeah, I think some of the biggest misconceptions is oftentimes customers use a service level agreement almost like a checkbox. Okay, I have 5 nines in service availability that I can deliver. I have these technical requirements and infrastructure, therefore I must have quality. And I think what we find out with time, it's actually the experience that they get through the personalized approach with the Sapling customer success management team that is there in order to help those accounts grow and to meet their needs. And that tailored personalization and solution building and scoping together really separates Sapling as a strategic advisor to a lot of these people operations team at companies all over the world.
Yeah, people tend to get quality confused with perceived quality.
Yeah.
The customer cares about perceived quality. They'll live with a lot of mistakes if they think it's a good product.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Microsoft.
Yeah.
So, okay, so what's the biggest challenge you've seen now that Sapling faces with business performance?
Yeah, I think scaling. I think scaling in any organization is definitely sometimes challenging, and oftentimes I don't know if they spend enough time on truly understanding the scalability. I think for us, we are a seed stage startup that's backed by Radiant Venture. We've experienced phenomenal growth and scale over the last year or so that we've been in the marketplace. As this company scales at 5x the level going into 2020 and beyond, I think the ability to still maintain quality at the foundation level with everything we do in terms of technology that we bring, develop for our customers, people that we hire on board, and our continuous dedication to service our customers with quality are key components to manage the scalability element. And I think those are some of the operational opportunities for all companies all over the world.
Yeah, I mean, that's you got the pillars there: people, process, the tools.
Yeah.
Triangle. It's very important to balance that as you grow, because you bring more people in, they got to be trained, they got to come up to speed. You don't have that tight-knit synergy you had as when you were small.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay, so as Sapling struggles, or maybe not struggles the right word, but Sapling addresses scaling up, what are some of the common fears that people have about that challenge?
Yeah, I think in general, if I were to embody someone like a co-founder at our company, I would imagine fear is a typical element that most folks face, whether you're a co-founder at a seed stage company like Sapling or you're a CEO of multi-million-dollar corporation. As you think about what is the next phase of your business journey, I think fear is the one element that always tends to creep up in a lot of ways. And that results in second guessing yourself. And I think for me, the way that we overcome that is be passionate, lean into what you believe in, stay true to your core, and just move forward. I think at the end of the day, for me, there's no such thing as failure. It's all about the lessons that you learn along the way. Obviously, be rational and strategic in the elements that you execute upon. But I think at the end of the day, be passionate, lean in, move forward. And I think that will help us to overcome the scalability opportunities.
Yeah, and some of that stuff is you got to be careful too, because you don't want to keep going down the same garden path everybody else has done, fall in the same holes, make the same mistakes. You want to be able to learn from your peers so you can avoid some of that stuff too.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, so tell you what, here let's talk about your past experience. How did you go from college to becoming such a market leader for marketing?
Yeah, absolutely. I think for me, what's really important, my family and I moved over to United States when I was just a teenager. And I think there's something about this immigrant culture, and I see this more so present in the Bay Area than anywhere else, given the amount of startups that we have. I think naturally we are always keen to take advantage of the opportunities that are available for us, understanding that some of the places that we were born and raised in don't even have those opportunities available to us on the table. I think by nature, it creates a very driver-like mentality in all of us to be able to take advantage of the opportunities and continue to run super fast and build on that momentum. And so for me, number one, I'm super passionate. I've always been very competitive with myself because I tend to set the bar up pretty high for what I want to achieve in life and accomplish. And I think being able to come from a place where a lot of these opportunities were not available to us, we're not available to women, we're not available to certain backgrounds, I think for me gives me even more fuel and passion to take advantage of everything else that's available in front of me here. And that's, I think, is the main reason why I've been able to accelerate my career growth.
Cool. Yeah, I'm finding it very exciting talking to several different entrepreneurs who've been successful, because it's all these success stories. I came here with $3,000 and then I sold the company for $250 million. Things like that are just very inspirational.
Yeah, yeah.
So can you share a story about how you helped overcome some of these obstacles that people have in terms of scaling and just doing business?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I have quite a few stories. The one that resonates with me the most is just using the Sapling example for me. I think coming in, understanding kind of like the people, the process, and the technology, what they have, ability to level up marketing within the team, and being able to bring in my experience and put a strategic lens and framework into how we should operate within the marketing function so that we can build and continue to elevate our brand presence in the marketplace, certainly accelerate demand gen and pipeline opportunities, but also continue to provide a white glove experience to our customers. And I think those are the three main outputs of being able to level up marketing. And so for me, what I'm doing in terms of that is shifting our infrastructure. We're in the process of creating a new website, which I'm super excited for, and it's gonna launch in the next few months. So the team internally is stoked. I'm also bringing on board a few world-class copywriters, demand generation managers, product marketers to really help elevate and accelerate Sapling through its Series A and beyond journey in the future. So I think not only that, but also for me being a cultural advocate of Sapling, we have about 30 or so individuals in our San Francisco office today. And what's really important for me is culture that we share together as a family. And so being able to come in as a marketer and kind of run the internal PR on it, if you will, to boost employee experience and morale and momentum is really rewarding for me as an individual and as a leader in this organization. And those are some things that I want to continue to do, of course, over my time at Sapling.
Okay, so if you could take all of that and distill it down into like a little short phrase, what would be the moral of your story?
Yeah, I think the moral of the story is stay passionate, focus on people because they're your biggest assets, and then crush at everything that you do. Just come with the mentality of crushing it. And I think those are the three key takeaways.
So not everybody is able to do that. So how do you help or make, people who are not skilled in that to overcome that and be successful?
Absolutely. I think there are a couple of different options. I think coaching is really important. I think as long as folks are open-minded and understand that there's some areas for them to level up their skill set on, I think being able to coach them down is absolutely amazing, and to inspire new generations of leader to come in and work and grow with the company. I think that's definitely the main key.
Okay, great. So what advice do you have for people? I mean, besides just being passionate, what else do you have to
Yeah, I think, I think stay passionate and figure out your talent. I've always, whenever I try to coach my employees, I always tell them that at the end of the day, every one of us has a genius moment, an element that we really thrive in. Figure out what is the genius inside of you, and figure out if that's marketing, if that's being an entrepreneur, if that's being a hairdresser, whatever kind of fits your inner genius. I think figuring out, kind of like self-identify that, and then put an element of passion to it and run super hard and crush it.
Okay, so can you share an experience you had early on in your life that still influences how you approach business today?
Gosh, absolutely. There's one experience early on in my life. I think this is how I approach people in business, and I think people are key. I was working as an intern for a large engineering company in the marketing department, reported into a manager and a VP at the time, who was senior. The VP was senior and on the brink of retirement. And I remember we had to do office moves one day, and I'm like, 15 levels below his pay grade at the moment. And he was just so humanizing in the entire approach. The title didn't mean much to him. He always carried himself with grace, and he was always willing to come in and help people in any way that he could, irrespective of the corner office that he had. And for me, those moments and nuggets in my lifetime, early on in my career, really inspired me to be really thoughtful of the people that I have and really cultivate my relationship with people.
Wonderful. That's really good to know. Inspiring message there too. Kind of reminds me of PhDs. There's like two camps. There's the ivory tower and the practical people.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so what does success look like for Mariya?
Absolutely. I think success for me, aside from just being able to be amazing and crushing at everything that I do sort of day to day, I think success for me is satisfaction in knowing that I've done something to help the company grow and help the people grow. And I think if those two things are accomplished, I feel very successful. Aside from just numbers and zeros on the checks and dollar amounts, I think for me is just personal satisfaction from the work that I've contributed. And as long as it can help the company, help the people, I feel like it's successful.
Okay, so with kind of focusing back now on Sapling, what's the most important thing that customers should be considering when they evaluate Sapling against the competition?
Absolutely. I think the customers should consider our deep integration and our ability to be able to stand up global services for them, irrespective of geography. Some of the things that we do much better than the other mid-market competitors in this landscape is we really go deep into integrations so that we can bring all the people operations tasks into the workday of someone else's inbox. So you don't have to go off and log into a different page to manage them, but instead you kind of manage everything in your own daily routine. And I think for us, we scale internationally really well, and that's a plus. We bring the sort of task into the administrative portal, and through automation, we take care of them so that the people team can focus on strategy and on their people.
Okay, cool. So I was reading an article you just wrote about account-based marketing. So can you just briefly describe that for the viewers?
Absolutely. I think for me, more so what I see today and where marketing is shifting to long-term is being able to provide personalization that includes personalized buyer's journey, personalized content, and personalized value to not only the prospects and also the customers. Oftentimes folks think of ABM as being a prospect first function. It's actually both. If anything, it's really good to first try it on your customers because you already know their needs. The best customer is the one that you already have. And it's more about continue to grow those relationships and deepen them. And so for me, I think it's a new trend in the market that we see because today consumers disengage with content after 3 seconds. And in order for us to stand out, that level of personalization through the dynamic journey is critical. And so for me, I think ABM is here to stay, and I'm excited about launching it at Sapling here in the next couple of quarters.
Cool. So I guess with that is how do you avoid scaring people when you use that? Like, they'll say, how do you find out about that about me?
Absolutely. I think it's also being thoughtful in delivery of messaging. You know, you don't want to scare somebody and follow hey Henry around with a personal ad that has your name on it to every single site and retarget you. I think you don't want to push people away. I think it's being thoughtful and maybe starting off with a gift or starting off with a value prop of like, here's how I can help you based on very tailored pain points that you've observed, whether they're hiring 100 folks and that's evident on their site, and being very thoughtful and your personalization. And I think that will help to eliminate any of the scare.
Okay. Very good. Thank you. Well, we could go on and on and on here, but we're running out of time, and I just don't want to consume too much of your afternoon, but I really appreciate you being able to talk to us today. So how can someone get in touch with you to learn more?
Absolutely. Someone can get in touch with me by visiting my LinkedIn profile. It's just linkedin.com/in/Mariya Finkelshteyn. We might have to provide a spelling for them so that they can find it easily. That's the best way to get in touch with me. Shoot me a message. I'm always on, always available.
Okay, great. So you're a fantastic storyteller. I really enjoy listening to you and your passion that you have for all of those things marketing. And I'm sure our viewers will find this just as fascinating. So thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks, Henry.